Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Molly and I love to make homemaking videos that are inspirational and motivating and also encouraging so that you can get things done around your home as well. And today we are spring cleaning. We are tackling just this one space in my house that has been on my mind and my husband has said something about it many times, and it is such a problem. It is all 4 drawers of our dining room table. They have gotten so bad, especially this very first one that we're going to tackle. So we're going to do the one that's going to take the longest first, and then we'll go down from there. I suggest always taking control of the one thing that's going to take the longest. Or not take control, but clean the item that you know is going to take the most amount of time, because then it is like downhill from there. You know what I mean? We don't have to worry about that big one anymore, and we can focus on the smaller tasks. So this very first drawer, I'm going to open it here in just a second, and you're going to see how bad it is, because I have just been throwing school papers in here, and there's pens, pencils, crayons, ruler cards, like random stuff. Actually, I'm showing you all 4 drawers at once. So those were drawers 1 and 2. Here's drawer 3, and drawer 4 as well. So some of them are not as bad as the first one, but here I just literally take some of the kids' school papers that they bring home and stuff them in here. Which is probably not a good idea, right? I think I need to stop doing that, which I have actually kind of stopped that. If it's something I think we need, I'll stick it in there, but these are just things that they've done at school. They don't need them anymore. So I've been trying to not put things in this drawer, especially since it is overstuffed. I cannot fit anything else in here. So I have been just tossing away things that I know we're not going to need. Like, what am I going to need it for in the future? Like, I'll look at it, be like, oh, great job. And now we don't need this anymore. It's just going to take up space in our house that we just do not need. I just don't have the capacity or the brain power to manage every single item in my house. So decluttering is the way to go. So I encourage you, if you have a space that has been on your mind and just driving you nuts, because that's what happens to me in several places in my own house. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But if you happen to have a space like that and you've been putting it off, but you know it's going to take a little while, but not too long, at least maybe an hour or less. Like, this whole thing took me about an hour, I think. I didn't really time myself, but I'm gonna guess it was around an hour. But if there's a place that you need to tackle today, I want you to get up off of that couch or that chair or wherever you are and say, today is the day and I'm gonna tackle that space. Because you deserve to have a clean home, okay? You do. You deserve it. Everybody does. It is proven that a clean home and a decluttered home is linked to like not having as much anxiety. I would say. I believe that's what I have learned from other people's videos. So cleanliness is much better than seeing just so much stuff all over. It can clutter your mind and make you feel like you can't think at all. At least that's how I feel, especially in the kitchen. So there's things that my kitchen needs really bad. So I'm hoping to do some spring cleaning on my kitchen. I hope. We'll see if that happens, which it does need to be. I mean, it needs to happen. But anyway, I want you to get up and tackle at least one space, even if it's one drawer. Just do it. You will be so happy. And I bet you that once you see how clean that one drawer is, or whatever the space is, it is going to give you that momentum that you need to just keep going Keep cleaning. Try to see how much you can clean in like 1 hour. Maybe I need to do another 1 hour clean with me video. I don't know. I did that once before. Well, I don't know. We'll see. If you want a 1 hour clean with me video, let me know by hitting that like button and subscribe to my channel, and leave me a comment down below and tell me, what space would you prefer to see me clean for like a whole hour? Would it be the whole house, or the kitchen for a whole hour, or just one room? Like, what do you need motivation in? Let me know. All right, now that we have finished the first drawer, we are moving on to the second drawer, and I noticed something. Look at this. Those two drawers, I was like, wait a minute. Are they supposed to be different sizes here? Like, what in the world? I never knew that about this table. And at first I thought something was stuck. So I was looking in there. I'm like, wait a minute. Do I have something stuck in there? And I couldn't find anything. So that was just a very funny moment. Like, what? How have I not known this? We bought this table back in Utah, not long after we moved to Utah. We needed to get a bigger kitchen table for us, like dining table. And so we went to the local furniture store right there where we used to live. And this is the table that my husband just fell in love with. So it is a little high for me because I feel like it's, when I'm sitting at the table, I feel like I have to move my arms really high up when I'm eating my food, but that's okay. He loves this table so much, and it really does need even more cleaning. There's another spot underneath the table that has like games and random stuff under it as well. So maybe I'll make like a part 2 of this dining room table, and we'll tackle that together as well. Now I'm using my handy dandy little handheld tiny vacuum here. I love it for small things like this. That way I don't have to lug around a huge Kirby vacuum, which y'all know can be a pain sometimes. Oh, and look, my son found out that it is the same way on the other side of the table, where one drawer is longer than the other. I was like, well, look at that, because he found that pretty fascinating too. He was like, let me try and see if this one is also like a different size, and it was. So who knew? Who knew that? Like, we've had this table for, oh gosh, we bought it in 2017. So we've had this table for almost 9 years, and I never noticed this. I have no idea why. But okay, we are halfway through. We are on drawer number 3 out of 4. And this one just did not have very much going on. There was some random things that needed to be thrown away, and some old books from the kids' school that they just never used. So it's like, we're just gonna get rid of those and vacuum out as much as I could. Here, I was like knocking things down when I was vacuuming because of the little air flow, like blow in the air. I was like, oh shoot, sorry about that. But I ended up like throwing those things away anyways. We are getting closer to almost being done, and I tell you what, at this point I am feeling so good because these drawers have like 2 of them have nothing in them now. One I deemed the very first one the supply drawer, and I put all of the pencils in a pouch. I put all the crayons in this one box, and my son's ruler that he uses for his homework, put that in there, and a couple other things. So that's going to be the one drawer where we keep all of the supplies, and keeping the other 3 clean for now. I may put some of our games in there. I don't know. Really, what I would love to do in this drawer is keep like the seasonal, some of the seasonal decorations that I like to use for the table, like, or maybe get some new what are they called? I can't think of them. Maybe get some new placemats and stuff, like keep them in those drawers, and that way they're right there and I can just grab them when the seasons change and I want to put new ones out. However, I have found out that I don't know if I like placemats that much because I almost feel like they look cluttered sometimes, especially when my kids are just putting stuff everywhere on the table, which is pretty much every day. So it can add to the cluttered look of the whole table. But that's okay. We'll see. Maybe sometimes I will. It's fun. It's fun to decorate this table. And maybe I will decorate it for spring and Easter here coming up. This is the last drawer. Oh, this is so nice. I'm so happy that I got this done. I told my husband, I was like, if you can take the stuff out of the fridge that needs to go, I will clean all 4 of these drawers. Let's go. I'm so glad that we did. Looks so much better. Well, I really hope that this video gave you some motivation and encouragement to spring clean something in your home. If it did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.